Not everyone who has invested in stocks for any company or in shares for a company is eligible to earn dividends. In other words, did you know that when companies are paying out dividends, when companies declare dividends and they're paying out dividends, Safaricom, BAT, KCB, all those companies that pay dividends. Do you know that when they declare dividends, they don't pay out dividends to all their shareholders? Some shareholders are normally left out and they do not receive dividends even though they are shareholders of that company. Why am I saying so? That's exactly what this video is about. I'm going to explain to you what would make a company not to pay you dividends even though you are a shareholder of that company. Legally so. All right? My name is Belin. If you haven't subscribed, please press the subscribe button and welcome back to this channel where we share a lot of valuable information. Do let me know in the comment section. Do you believe that you can be a shareholder of a company, of Safaricom, of KCB, any company, and fail to receive dividends when they declare dividends, even though you're a shareholder in that company? Now, what I'm saying is this. What I mean is this. There are certain crucial dates from when dividend is declared to when it is actually paid that every investors in the stock market need to know. Which are these dates? The first date that we have is the date when the dividend is declared, the declaration date. This is the day that the company releases their financials and they declare the dividends that they're going to pay out. Now, this is the day when they announce the dividend payment date. They announce the book closure date. They also announce the quantum of the dividend, how much they're going to pay, and they announce the type of dividend or the type of reward they're going to be rewarding their shareholders. With type, I mean it can either be a special dividend, it can be an interim dividend, it can be a final dividend, or dividend in form of a bonus share. So on the declaration date, the company declares or announces, as they announce their results, they announce the type of dividend they're going to pay, when they're going to pay it, and the book closure date, and how much are they going to pay. The next date that is important for us to know is the book closure date. Remember, I told you that on the dividend declaration date, the company announces the dividend per share, type of dividend, payment date, and the book closure date. So what is the book closure date? The book closure date is the date by which you need to have bought shares. You need to be in the register of the company for you to qualify for the dividends. Right? Then we have the ex-dividend date. The ex-dividend date is the date by which dividends is not owed to a new buyer. It will be paid to the previous buyer, right? And finally, we have the payment date. What is the payment date? Now, this is the day when you receive your payment in your M-Pesa account or you receive your payment in your bank account, depending on whichever payment method that your company is paying you. The company that you own is paying you. Let's look at a practical example of Umeme. Umeme declared dividends on 24th July. Let's have a look at this then. The board of directors of Umeme Limited is pleased to announce the declaration of an interim dividend, the type of dividends, of 222 Ugandan shillings, the amount, per ordinary share, okay, subject to deduction of withholding tax where applicable, payable to the shareholders registered in the books of companies at close of business on 14th July, book closure date. The dividend will be paid on or 31st July, the payment date. Now, we have the declaration date, which was 24th on June. Then we have the book closure date, which is on 14th July. Then we have the payment date, which is on 31st July. The ex-dividend date is missing on that announcement. So then how do you know the ex-dividend date? The ex-dividend date is usually 1 day after the book closure date. 1 day after the book closure date. And if you buy shares on the ex-dividend date, you don't qualify to receive dividends for that company, regardless of when it is going to be paid. Okay, so I felt the need to share this with you. It is important for you to know these dividend dates, especially if you are a dividend investor. Remember, I told you in the earlier video that I call investment in stocks, in dividend stocks specifically, some of my infinite assets. These are assets I expect to pay me income throughout my life cycle, for as long as the company is up and running, and for as long as the company declares dividends, for as long as I haven't sold my dividends, I will always be receiving income from my investment in the shares of that specific company. Okay, so it is important for you to understand the dynamics of investment in shares, especially the angle of dividends. All right, what do you think about dividends investing? Is it something that meets your risk appetite? And have you already started investing in shares? One thing I like about shares is that it has a very easy entry point. An easy entry point meaning that your starting capital can be quite low or it can be quite high as well. Yeah, it's one of the investment options that is available for everyone across the divide, the high income earners and even the low income earners. Okay, it's available for everyone. With 200 shillings, you can start your journey towards financial freedom by investing in shares. All right, do you have any question? Have you started your journey? If you haven't, I'm going to drop you a link in the comment section. If you'd like to start investing in shares, you can use the link to open your CDSC account, which then you will use to buy shares and then start earning dividends. Now, if you have the appetite to invest in shares, but you are still afraid or you don't know how to start investing in shares, then you can actually opt for an equity fund. And we have so many fund managers that offer us equity funds. I think I should do a video reviewing the equity fund managers in Kenya. Please be on the lookout for that video. But for now, do let me know in the comment section if you have begun investing in shares and what do you think about dividends investing. My name is Berlin. Thank you so much for being around and let's meet on the next video.